Hey, it's Vicky, and today I'm here to talk about my reading goals for 2025. I'm going to be recapping my quarter four stats and my 2024 goals, kind of recapped in another video. So this video is just about what I want to do reading-wise in 2025. So let's dive in. So my first big goal for the year is I want to read 60 books. That was a goal that I made in 2024. And I can tell you that I made it, but just barely. And I think that going into 2025, I don't think, at least I hope, that life is not going to be as crazy, but it's still going to be a little more busy than years prior to 2024. So I wanted to pick a number that I thought was still obtainable, where I didn't feel a ton of pressure, but was something that I felt like I could probably do. So I'm gonna stick with 60. And if I blow that number out of the water, then maybe in 2026, I will up the number again. But I think for now, 60 is a safe number. The next goal that I have, there are 2 reading challenges that I want to take part in. The first one being the Buzzword reading challenge. This is a reading challenge I've done now for the past couple of years. I always think it's really fun to do. And for 2025, it's actually gonna be kind of a challenge for me because I was looking through the prompts, because basically the challenge, if you guys don't know what it is, it's put on by Kayla from Books and Lala, and every month there is a buzzword and you try to find a book that has that buzzword in the title or that particular theme or whatever it is. And for 2025, most of the buzzwords are books that I don't actually have physically on my TBR here. So I have to kind of seek out some of these ones. So it's a little bit more of a challenge, but I kind of like that because I feel like it is gonna broaden my horizons. So yeah, I want to complete that one in 2025. And then the other one is a brand new reading challenge that is new to me and I think new to everybody, because I don't think this is one that has been going on. But I know Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand, she did this last year with another content creator. I can't remember who it is, I'm sorry. But they sort of did it together and then they decided to sort of share it with everybody else. And when I saw Sarah's video about it, I was like, that sounds like so much fun. I really want to do this. So I will link her video down below if you want to check it out or if you're interested in doing the challenge. But it's called the Go With The Flow reading challenge. And what's fun about this one is the prompts all have to do with the book you read previously. So for example, the first prompt for the year is to read a book with your favorite color on it. So you read a book with your favorite color on it, but then the next prompt, it has something to do with how many words were in the title, words or letters, I can't remember now, that were in the title of the book you just read. And so you can't kind of pre-plan it because you're going with the flow. That's the whole point. And I think that's a really fun challenge, especially for someone like me, who I do tend to really like to plan things out, and I can't really with this one. So that makes it sort of fun and spontaneous. So I'm really looking forward to doing these challenges. I think they're gonna be fun yet challenging. So then as far as my revisit remix goes for 2025, this is a sort of project that I started in 2020, was it 2022 or 2023? I can't remember when I started this, but it's a sort of thing I do for myself that I look back at previous book hauls. And if I still have books on my shelves for the past 5 years, I put them on my TBR sort of for the year and tell myself I have to read these books by the end of the year or I have to unhaul them. So last year I think I had 6 books or something like that. And then the year before that, I think it was like 8 or 9. And these are just books that, because it's a way for me to get these books off my shelves, that I've bought them and they've been sitting there for 5 years. That is long enough to be sitting on the bookshelves. They need to be read or they need to go. So it's been working. And it just so happens that for 2025 though, there's only one book for my revisit remix. And it is Hunter S. Thompson's Fear and Loathing in America, The Brutal Odyssey of an Outlaw Journalist. And this is quite a brick of a book. So I might take my sweet time with this because it is so long. And Hunter S. Thompson's books, for me anyway, I have to take them kind of in smaller doses. And this one is definitely the longest one I've ever read. It's over 700 pages. So, and I think, if I remember right, these are all letters that correspondence with various people from 1968 to 1976. So interesting time period for sure, but it's not one that I can sit down and like read 50 pages of in one sitting. It just doesn't work that way. So this will probably be like something I pick up and put down throughout the entire year, but I have to read it by the end of 2025 or I have to get rid of it. The next goal is another one that I have been doing for quite some time. It is my Stephen King goal. And in previous years, I have always said I want to read 5 Stephen King books because I'm trying to read through all of his books in chronological order as much as I can. I have kind of moved things around here and there, but for the most part, I'm trying to read all of his books in the order that they were published. Other than the Bachman books. I haven't read any of the Bachman books. I figured I'm gonna read all the Stephen King and then go back and do Bachman because there aren't really that many that he wrote under that pen name. So I was looking and it turns out I only have, I think it's 7. I have them written down in my planner. So I'm gonna tell you what they are because I have to read them all by the end of 2025. That's my goal. So we have Storm of the Century, which is a screenplay. So it's written like a play or like what you would see for like a TV show or something. Then we have Doomakey. We have Just After Sunset, which is a story collection, as well as Full Dark No Stars, another story collection. We have Joyland, we have Revival, and then we have Bazaar of Bad Dreams, which is another story collection. So not too bad. And I feel like, although I have failed at this goal throughout the years, 2024 included, I think I'm going to be able to do this one because I'm really motivated. I really want to get all of his books read so that I can go back and read the Richard Bachman books. So yes, that is probably my biggest goal for 2025 is to get Stephen King to 0. Okay, and then my last goal is just one that I've kind of seen people doing here on the BookTube, and also it was a page in my new planner that I thought would be fun to do. So it is the 25 books in 2025, and what I basically did, I figured I would do this because I thought it would help me keep my physical TBR to a manageable level because all of the books on the list are from my physical TBR because I have about 50 right now. And I thought it would be great if I could read at least half of them in 2025 and get that number even lower because I really would like to lower my physical TBR number. So what I did was I asked my wonderful family, so my husband and my 2 kids, to go through my physical TBR, and they each picked 8 books. And then I just picked one to make it 25. And they just sort of like randomly picked them, not really knowing much about them. So it's quite a mixed bag, but the plan is I'm gonna read a couple of those a month and try to get them all read. So I think it's a good way for me, like I said, to make sure that I'm reading my physical TBR and maybe not bringing in so much to kind of keep the number to a reasonable level. All right, guys, so that's it. Those are my goals for 2025. Let me know down below if you make reading goals for yourself and what are some of the goals that you have made, because I would love to know what everybody wants to do this year for reading. And if you are taking part in any of the either the Buzzword challenge or the Go with the Flow challenge, let me know that too, because I would love to, keep in touch with people who are doing that to kind of see what they're picking for the prompts. I think it would be fun. And I guess that's it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful new year, and I will chat with you soon. Thank you so much for watching.